Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. How you doing? Thank you for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
Because in abroad, children are well protected. How will you feel? This girl is your daughter. Just put yourself in the situation whereby you don't have opportunity to relocate abroad. The same statement you are making, that it happens everywhere. If that 12-year-old girl happens to be your daughter, and you live in Nigeria, and this girl happens to be your daughter that this thing has happened to, will you still make that excuse that it happens everywhere? I'm just asking you a question. Because many of you are not open to all these things. You don't know what is going on behind closed door. Do you know how many of these cases are thrown away because the parents of those children are nobody? Do you know how many of them, they will be paid, they will be given a token to keep quiet? Except you are not a parent. You have normalized rubbish because it happens everywhere. If it happens everywhere and there are courts or a report is made, that person knows why you want to finish. Because there are places where you won't be able to work there anymore. It will serve his jail term. And his name, once you type the person's name on Google, it will come up as a sex offender instantly. Does that happen in Nigeria? Okay, I agree. Something like this is happening within law enforcers, DSS. It's not happening in a different place. It's happening among the people that should know better. Look at what they put that girl through. Instead of investigating this man, that girl gave specific things that could make them identify. If that girl did not go to the man's room, how did she know how the room is? Are you telling me a 12-year-old, a full-grown man? And some of you are saying for them to have done it 4 times, that little girl enjoyed it. A sick lopolo. Now, when I put up the post, let me read a comment from somebody. And I wish you can just read that comment by yourself. I wish you can just read the comments. Because I've been noticing, I'm not saying don't support the present government. Support the present government. But when the truth is being told, please allow us to talk. Don't come and use your comment to bully us so that we will not talk, because the current government, I'm not a favorite of any government. Because I'm not a favorite of any ruling government. No. Now listen to yourself on these comments. I'm going to read it out. And I want others to listen to these comments too. Okay. So, I won't mention the person's name, but then he said, Auntie, few days ago, you lectured us about swearing allegiance in one's country, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not talking about that, about Kemi, because I mentioned Kemi in that post. The person now said a 2023 BBC News report found that 31 police officers, special constables, and community support officers in England and Wales were convicted of child something abuse between January 22 and October 2023. The person now went further. He said, the report highlighted specific cases, including one Louis Edwards, a former South Wales police officer who was jailed for abusing hundreds of children online. He was jailed. He was not covered. He was not protected. He was jailed. So how does that now relate or resemble the one that is being protected? What brought this woman to very dark man? Why did they allow this woman and the child to cry out to very dark man? Because they kept quiet. Because they want her to continue and behave. Maybe they have even begged her and say, Madam, sorry now. Madam, no vex now. We dey beg you. We know as they roll for that country now. We didn't live as babies. We left as a full-grown adults. Mothers, some of us were almost in our 50 before we left. Le sọ̀rọ̀ Naija fún wa now. And yes, I related it to what Kemi is saying. I said, this is what Kemi is saying, that most of you want to buy Kemi. That things are not working the way it's supposed to work. You said the man was jailed. Abi, another example. You said James Ford, a Hertfordshire police officer, was jailed for 18 years for doing a child. Jailed for how many years? 18 good years. You didn't say it was covered. You didn't say it was protected. They did not put the child through so much harrowing experience, driving her around. Oh yeah, show us this place. You know this place. You know this place. Kí ló ta máa ń ṣe báyìí nítorí Ọlọ́run? Adé káwọn ọmọ tiwa kó wọn sápamọ́ sí ìlú òyìnbó, because a mọ̀ wípé ìlú òyìnbó tán wà yẹn o, bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan bí èèrà bá rà wọ́n, ọlọ́pàá lásán la máa pè. Nídìí àti ṣe justice for. Ẹ wá ń sọ wípé we should compare. No, there is no basis for comparison. Káàbọ̀. There is no basis for comparison. Now, you went on, you say, Hussein Shehab, a Metropolitan Police who worked as a safer school officer, sentenced to 5 years for child abuse. How many years? 5 years. Another one, Luke Owner of Thames Valley Police, sentenced to 6 years for grooming a child. In 2025, July, you said 3 former South Yorkshire police officers were arrested with allegation of historic sexual something. None of them were allowed to go scot-free. None of them. Nowhere did we say they called the mother and said, please, mama, please, we are begging you. We will give you compensation. Let it go. Forgive. We know as in the row. I'm very sure they will have called that woman and beg her and say, please, okay, can we give you something so that you can keep quiet? So the man is begging you. They are doing all they can. That is why the case is getting to VDM. And we need more of the type of VDM in that country. That is why the case got to VDM. If they had done the needful, giving that woman and her daughter justice, then there is no need for that woman to go to VDM and say, please, they are trying to twist the case. Wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ mí, ìyà náà fi jẹ yẹn. Ọmọ 12 years old, 4 times. Ọmọ 12 years old, even once, is very wrong. You all are parents. Close your eyes. Think of your daughter when your daughter was 12. There are so many cases that we get. Some of them are not even up to 10. Some of them are just 8 years old. Some of these girls are just 4 years old. Some of them, they will tell the parents, the parents will be threatened to keep quiet, and they will not be able to do anything. A particular one, after everything, the girl died. Nothing again. We didn't hear of the case again. Now, so they buried the case. What do you mean they should stop? We should stop talking about bikini. After all, by telling us after all is happening everywhere is to tell us to keep quiet, to keep short. That is what you are trying to do. And that is why I'm talking now. Stop telling me it's happening everywhere. Let it happen to your own daughter. And use that same energy to say it is happening everywhere. Let it happen to your granddaughter and say after all it is happening everywhere. There is not it's not about Nigeria alone. Use that same energy if it comes to your doorstep. Use that same energy and say it is happening everywhere. And let them allow the person to go scot-free, or allow them to bring the news to social media before you can get justice for your daughter. Watch them talk to you anyhow because you don't have money. Watch them stress you, madam, come today, come tomorrow, without giving you a dime. Now you go still take your money, enter car, enter bus, go meet them where they dey. Imagine that woman with another little baby. She was carrying a very little baby, less than a year old, still carry that one hold for hand to go and be looking for justice up and down. And you are saying it's happening everywhere. It's so funny that people who live abroad are the one talking this rubbish. Tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yín labroad tẹ́ wà, ṣé ẹ máa pariwo kan tó dá yín lóhùn? You will just pick your phone and call 911 and they are right by your doorstep. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ gbéra, wọ́n á lọ bá yín gbé ẹni tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. It won't be a case of come today, come tomorrow. They will even come and be meeting you in your house. At the comfort of your house, not in my magba statement. Not only that, they will have assigned therapist to both mother and daughter for that experience. That is why you are hiding abroad with you and your children. That is why you don't want to go back to Nigeria. And yet, when something happens in Nigeria, you will say it is happening everywhere. Right in the comfort of your home is where they will come and meet you, to come and take your statements, to come and ask you questions. They won't be telling you come today, come tomorrow. Ridiculing you, asking many policemen, be DSS, the same DSS that is supposed to be like FBI. They won't tell you, they won't line up many people where the child is sitting down. If they have to do it, that child will not be where they are. One cover only share kekere taleni no. One wa gbe ọmọ lọ́mọ trauma for that girl. One gbé síwájú gbogbo èrò. Gbogbo wọn wá surround wọn. That alone is a bully on that child. And the mom. They bringing that child to their office all the time. It's traumatic for that child. And you people living abroad, you know how things work. You hide your own children where the system is working, where the system is not perfect but nearly perfect. If it's not perfect, you will have carried your load and go back to your country now. What are you doing abroad? Carry all your children. Yes, Nigeria is better. They are all the same thing. After all, I agree. It's everywhere. Carry your children and go back to Nigeria. Ẹ̀yin kadede. And sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ 12 years old. Emma saw insensitive comments where a baby is concerned, a child is concerned. Irú abiyamọ wo ni yín? Tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ yín ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, ṣé same energy, same emotions lẹ máa fi sọ̀rọ̀? Wípé it happens everywhere. Let me see if I can get Antonia and ask her one or two questions. Kẹ̀gbọ́n nǹkan tó máa sọ. You need to see a lot going on. Àwọn tó kàn ló mọ̀. Some of them, they won't get justice. Some of those children, wọ́n á bẹ̀ àwọn parents wọn ní lè sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ tán bá lọ bá wọn, tán fẹ́ help wọn. They will be like, I don't want any wahala. Oh. I don't want any wahala. Oh. Please, let it just go. But that trauma stays with that girl for life. That trauma stays with the girl. She's going to grow up with that trauma. She's going to grow up with that pains all through her life. The image will never leave her. But the mother will be like, I don't want wahala, because the mother feels if she talks, she might be in danger. Yẹmí Folúkẹ́, ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn. Wọ́n máa sá padà sí Nàìjà, wọ́n á tún sá padà wá síbí. Àìmọye wọn. Nàìjà dùnlẹ̀ dálẹ̀ padà sí Nàìjà. It happens everywhere. Èyàn ní stories sọnù. Let me try and see if I can get this lady. I hope she picks. No. I hope she picks. Ẹ fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílé wọ́n ṣe ń cover àwọn kinní yìí ni. You need to see how they cover it. You need to see how the women, the parents of those children, they will be shut up. And we are begging you. If we are begging now, let it go. Some of them, they will now give them like 50,000 because they feel they are hungry. So you are no vex. Take this 50,000. Take care of the pikin. And so then they do it for where you dey. You mention cases now. All the cases you mentioned, all of them are inside jail. They went to jail. None of them was left free. Number were available. Oh, good. She's calling me back. Hello, sis.
Hello, auntie.
Báwo ni? Ẹ káalẹ́. Mo wà on live. Yes, I'm talking about this 12-year-old girl that they said, I told you it's not within your jurisdiction because it happened in Benue and Benue. You work in Lagos concerning this kind of case. Benue ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Yeah. So I'm talking and I said, I want you to talk, just tell us a little bit about your experience about this kind of a thing. How some of the parents will not be able to, out of fear, to pursue the case and all that.
Yes. A lot of times, especially when they are poor, they are from poor families. The families are not well to do. The family of the perpetrator will begin to intimidate them and they will not be able to pursue the case, which is why in Lagos State, we actually help them take up the case, and because the Lagos State government is very serious about fighting it, it's easier here in Lagos. A lot of the parents are bribed a lot of the times. If they give them money, they will drop the case. Yes, once they give them money, they will drop the case. We've had issues like that, even in Lagos, that would have gone to the police station.
Even in Lagos.
Oh, yes. Let me give you a typical example of a case we did. The girl was also 12 years old. I took the girl to the Mirabel Center. They did all the tests. We reported to the police. I am at Auntie, the OC gender there. I can even mention her name because it was a reported case. It was in the Punch newspaper. So the OC gender, her name is Margaret Igodalu. The case was reported to her. All of a sudden, the mother of the girl called me to drop the case. It got so bad. They came to church to come and fight me because I refused to drop the case. I now found out that the family of the boy sent 450,000 naira to the woman for them to drop the case. Yes, and they were also going to bribe me. They were also going to give me 400,000, but they couldn't come to me. They went to my house fellowship leader, and my house fellowship leader, Auntie Moji, She told them that don't let Tonya hear that you are bringing money. She will write it on social media. That was why they didn't come to me directly. But they dropped the case. But I refused. But as I speak to you, because I insisted, the case went to court. The boy is in prison. His name is Lai. He's in prison right now as we speak. So a lot of the times, they bribe the parents of the girl, and the parents of the child are the ones that will drop the case once they give them money.
And that is one thing that will never happen here in abroad. Something like that is now a case between that perpetrator and the state.
Yes. It's a very complicated one. It's very complicated. And issues of sexual abuse is usually very difficult to prove it because there is usually no evidence. So, but we have in Lagos, we have doctors and nurses who are trained. So when they see somebody who has been molested, when they do their checkup, they know. They know, which is why they have special offenses courts in Lagos State. In Lagos, it's not the regular courts, they try them. They have a sexual offenses court in Lagos that tries it. So, but this 12-year-old girl, I don't know the story, but I think I saw a video on one of the blogs, and the VDM was asking the girl questions.
Yes.
The girl should not be, nobody should even see her, even though they are blurring her face. They shouldn't ask her any questions.
Do you know what they did? They even took this girl, which is one of the things that got me upset. They took this girl, they were going back and forth to the DSS office, according to the mother, and they were carrying plenty DSS officer for the girl to identify which one among them. Exactly. Look at the trauma they were putting that girl to.
True. That's a child. A 12 years old is a child.
The way we just damage people in that country. God.
What are they saying? A 12-year-old should go and identify what? That's another trauma on
the girl even identify the man, identify the house, they carry out to the streets. Oh yeah, do you know this place? Do you know this place? Oh yeah, describe the house. What did you see inside the room? Those are the things they put that girl through.
Oh my God.
And now the mother said the way it is going, they don't even want to do anything. That the man is still working, that DSS officer is still working in that office.
Auntie, if we know his name, we can call him out on social media. The DSS will be forced to do the right thing.
And his picture.
Calling him out. Yes, I can do that on my page
and
tag other people.
Thank you.
Let's begin to call him out, and that we want justice to be done. The police will do the right thing if we call them out. And if we get his name and his picture, and we can plaster it on our page, we can do that from today till Sunday. And we'll just be calling him out. Yes, we'll be tagging Muiwa Adejo, we tag all of them. They will do something.
Thank you.
But now, if we don't know his name and we don't have his picture, we're just saying a DSS man. We need to put a name and a face. He needs to be named and shamed. Once we do that, Sahara reporters can help us carry it too. They will pick him up. He can't go scot-free.
VDM is actually seriously on the case too.
Benue State is also, they have also domesticated the Violence Against Person Prohibition Act.
Good.
And under that VAP Act, if you have sex with a minor, it's also life imprisonment.
Good.
So he cannot go scot-free. Yes.
I think that's what they are trying to protect. That's why they are not handling the case well. They said if you listen to that video, the woman said they were telling the man to confess so that they can beg her. Beg her.
The minor that is involved. No, it's a minor that is involved. So there's nothing like beg here. A minor
beg
is anybody that is below the age of 18 and the person cannot give consent for sex. So there's nothing like begging there. The law has to take its course. There's nothing like a beg there.
So I was just calling you for you to. I said the case, these kind of cases are so rampant. Maybe people don't know, and most of the victims, the perpetrators just go scot-free.
If it was in Lagos, it would have been very easy for me.
I know. That was why I told you it's not within your jurisdiction.
Yes. And I don't really know anybody.
Okay, somebody said VDM knows the name and he said he's going to meet their overall Oga. Yeah, we'll be following.
It's not meeting their overall Oga. Let Nigerians know the name.
And even see the picture of the man. Yes.
Let's post his name and his picture. You see, when they collected Showore's glasses. So they had to. Sahara reporters had to post the picture of the policeman before police was able to. Police now identified him and they now agreed and they returned the thing to him. If you don't name and shame them, they won't do anything. They won't do anything.
You're
Even
right.
if you know their overall logo, once you put, they don't like their name being spoiled in the media. Once you put the name and the picture in the media, they will do something. They will arrest the man. And Nigerians will already know his name and his picture will be everywhere. And you know, once you post the picture, people begin to share it. So the man's picture and his name is everywhere. They'll be forced to pick him up. The girl is 12 years old. She
12
cannot
years,
give consent
yeah.
for sex. Her mother cannot accept any begging because you can't beg. You are not supposed to even touch a child in the first place.
4 times. Oh, the girl said 4 times.
Kai.
Anytime the mother send that message, and he told the girl, say, if you talk, I go buy you. And the guy, the little girl was seen gone. So she won't say anything.
They will buy them. That's all what they say anytime.
And some people are comparing it and say, this thing is everywhere. It happens in the country you are. If it happens in this country, will they be begging anybody? No, you can't beg the system.
It doesn't make it right because it's happening.
Exactly. Thank you.
We will never normalize it. We cannot normalize it.
Thank you. That is why what got me upset this afternoon when somebody said it happens everywhere, even in that country that you are. I'm like, are you guys okay?
Because
does it now make it right?
It doesn't mean it is right, and we will not normalize it.
The way it's even handled here is not the way it's been handled in Nigeria. Sis, here, if that person then catch am, if they make reports, that person who don't finish for this country. To waka self, to get house to rent because then go plaster in name. Don't tag in name, say na something offender.
Offenders register.
Yes.
Yes.
So with that, he may even want to rent a place. May they no give am because once they go and do his background check, they see it. That's a problem for him. He says it happens everywhere. Very upsetting comments. And these are people who live abroad. These are people who are hiding their own children in abroad. And you'll be normalizing rubbish going on in that country.
Over there, when they catch them, they put them in prison because they've normalized it here and they think that's how it is in every
You can't do it here. You will not go to. You will go to prison. Cause see, I beg.
Yeah.
Cause see, compensation. Say okay, we will give you so amount. Drop the case.
Let them be helping us to put them in prison. Let them learn lesson. So we need the name. We need his name.
Yeah, we will. Once I'm on VDM's page, Tabari Toba ti gbe jáde, we hopefully Toba mention orúkọ ẹ̀. Even before then, you know what we can still do? Sis, we can take the DSS picture something. There is a picture on Google you can take that doesn't show anybody's face, but it will show DSS. Okay. We can use it to do write-up. Yes, pending when they will put the picture outside. Let's use it to do write-up on this case.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
Thank you, sis. These people that I'm calling, they are so much involved in this case back home in Nigeria, and you need to see some reports they give. I'll be like, wow. Again, so it don't happen everywhere. If it happens here, your own don't finish. Except they no. And it's not, once it happens, it's no more your case. It's no more the case of the parents. So nobody can even beg the parents and say, I beg, please help me to beg. I beg you, I will not do it again. No, nobody to beg. I put up a post which day, asking a question. He mentioned the name, I'll go and watch it again. Asking a question. I say, jokingly anyway, I said, God say make we dey forgive. But here and Satan, they never forgive each other. I now say for Oyinbo land where all of us dey, Oyinbo will give us religion. You can never beg Oyinbo, say, I beg you. There is nothing like I beg in their dictionary. Anything you do, then catch you, you pay the price. Whether na tickets, whether na crime, you go to jail. There is nothing like, please, I will never do it again. There is nothing like I take God beg you. What is that one? Take God beg who? Talk less of. When you commit a crime, and they catch you, it is no more the parents' case. It's now the case of that person and the government. So come tell me who you want to beg. Somebody now say, even your president in your country, he commits crime, he's still ruling you, blah, 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 blah. So should we now normalize them destroying people's children's lives? Or you don't know the trauma this thing is in? Look, you can imagine making that child to even face an abuser. We have a long way to go. How do you make a child who is already traumatized to come and stand before an abuser and be talking. Kai. That is taking that girl through another set of trauma, putting that girl through another pains. How will she even be able to really say the whole story in that situation?